I saw this clip of the conscious Lee and the Satanist sinner. I thought it was interesting. Roll the clip.
As a male, I could have 18, 30, 40, 50 women pregnant at the same time. As a female, you can only be pregnant by one man at a time. And further, it benefits you as a woman to stick to that man because the more you get pregnant, the more your value declines. Stretch marks, losing the vaginal elasticity, and all of these meaningful things that attract men. So you are one who should stick with a man. So monogamy is very meaningful for women, whereas for a male who has a lot of resources, monogamy is not a necessity.
It's actually a detriment to you.
Shut the fuck up, Myron. Notice the words Marquette said. It's not a necessity. That's true. But most men that are successful are married. Why is that? It's simple. When you're focused on your goals, you don't have time to date and mess around with multiple women. Sure, some of these guys may hit a thotty once in a while. But the fact is, when you're having sex with multiple women, you risk unwanted pregnancies, STDs, or simply getting exposed on the internet. If you're a celebrity, most men are successful because they take calculated risk, and smashing a whole bunch of thotties just isn't one of them.
I personally think if you're a man of a certain status and income, it's stupid for you to be monogamous. But you know what I'm saying? But women can still benefit from you not.
He said a lot, but let's just start with a simple question. Do y'all think being a deadbeat dad is only limited to broke men? I ask that because a lot of people lost in the sauce of capitalism, and you believe that because you have a certain income or resources, this makes you immune to being a deadbeat. And I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Just because you pay child support or you provide a home for your kids, that's the bare minimum to me. Now, I won't put the label deadbeat dad on it because the definition of a deadbeat dad is a father who owes money to his former wife to help raise their kids, but does not pay it. So that's the definition. But kids need more than money to be successful.
That's on Amazon?
Kids need a father. And the numbers say when a father is in the house, that kid or kids are more likely to be successful.
And speaking of finances, another thing I want to bring up. If it doesn't make sense for a man making a certain income and resources being in a monogamous relationship, you recognize that has to flip on the other way around too, right? If there are women that has a certain amount of income and resources, and I'm just wondering, does it make sense for them to be in a monogamous relationship?
That's not how that works. Men are expected to be providers. So men who have multiple women in the past, well, they took care of all of them. Now, I haven't yet heard a woman saying that she's down to take care of a bunch of men financially. So it doesn't make sense. But you do have some polyamorous couples going 50-50-50 or 33% each. But that's another story. And I'd argue that there are way more women willing to share a man with money than there are men willing to share women with money.
Another thing I want to bring up respectfully. If it is true, the more women gets pregnant, the more her value declines. This means the moment this sucker was conceived in the womb, that he brought the value of his mother down.
Yes, that is correct. When it comes to the dating market, his mother's value went down, but her value should have went up when it came to the father of her child. If she picked a good man and he picked a good woman, he should have saw her as an asset, one of the most valuable people in his life. That's how I look at my wife.
Beta male.
My second point is a man's value drops as well in the dating market because not all women want to date a man with kids. And I have kids, so if I ever had to start dating again, me having kids might be a deal breaker for some women. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's an obvious ugly trade-off. He's literally making the argument that in order for the world to be birthed, people with wombs have to be devalued.
In the dating market, yes.
So Podcast Stay Young gotta be one of the most fragilely masculine podcasts I done ever came across. It's structured by sucker solidarity, where boys get around other suckers where they attempt to appeal to each other by denigrating women, all because they the real ones and them other men be simping. But only middle school minded man sees woman empowerment as simping. Really trying to define women based off the elasticity of their vagina? Come on, man.
Now we all know I don't like Fresh and Fit, so I'm not going to defend them, but I am going to defend the truth. And the truth is, how tight a woman is matters in the dating market. If a man doesn't have a decent sized third leg, it matters in the dating market. If a man is short, fat, broke, or out of shape, it matters in the dating market. Now, that doesn't mean as a person you're not valuable. It simply means you'll probably have a harder time when it comes to dating. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm out.